The following information was extracted from the accounting records of an entity at the beginning and end of a financial year. They give us asset figures at the beginning of the year, 1.5 million, liabilities at the beginning of the year, 785,000, end of the year assets 1650 and liabilities 830,000. The owner of the entity made a 2,000 Rand monthly withdrawal from the entity. From the entity's bank account during the year to pay for his personal expenses. The owner made an additional capital contribution of 100,000 Rand at the end of the year. So there was a 2,000 Rand monthly withdrawal. So if you're going to calculate that, you will say, okay, well, let's do it here. 2,000 times 12 equals 24,000 Rand. And that is his drawings figure for the year. Good. What do they want from you? Calculate the profit or loss for the year. I like this question because this is just a snippet of what you can expect in a test or exam, where you should use your knowledge in order to get something out which is not obvious. Great. So what is equity? Equity equals assets less liabilities. What is included in equity? Equity equals also capital plus profits plus capital contributions less drawings. So we can do it in more than one way. We can say, well, what is our equity at the beginning of the year? What is our equity at the end of the year? Our equity in the beginning of the year, assets less liabilities, was 715,000. Equity at the end of the year, assets less liabilities, is 820,000. So if I put it in a T account format, I'm going to say my opening balance is 715,000. My closing balance of my equity account equals 820,000. We have made, or he has made an additional capital contribution of 100,000 Rand for the year. He also made withdrawings during the year of 24,000. So therefore, if I just balance off the account, my balancing figure is going to be my profit for the year, and that being 29,000 Rand. That was one way to derive at the answer. Or I could have said, what is equity? Opening balance plus capital contribution less drawings plus profits equals closing balance of equity. What is the opening balance of equity? 715,000. How much was the new capital contribution? 100,000. What was our drawings for the year? Less 24,000 equals plus our profits, which I don't know what it is, that is X, equals our closing balance equals 820,000. And then X would have been 29,000 Rand. Or I could have said the movement that took place in my equity account, i.e. the difference between opening balance and closing balance, was 105,000. Drawings was 24,000, which reduced our equity. Actually, I don't want to say it shouldn't have, but it did. So it reduced our equity, so I'm going to add it back. And then I'm going to say, well, capital contribution, which is nothing to do with profits, that was 100,000. So it means that the profit was 29,000. So it doesn't matter which way you actually skin this cat, at the end of the day, the answer is that my profit was 29,000 Rand for the year.